Hey guys, we're back again for another Figuarts review. I got my Japanese release Yamcha figure in today, so I figured we'd take a look at him. I'm not going to jump in front of the camera this time for the box and the packaging. Toy room's an absolute nightmare right now, so I figured I would spare you that sight. So we're just going to take a quick look at the packaging. Since he is a web exclusive in Japan, and that's where I got him, he comes with a brown mailer. It's just a box. And then the figure itself comes in the current standard window box with the artwork on the side of some figure shots. You can see a Cyberman poking through in there just a bit. We got more shots of Yamcha. That's the best thing I've ever seen on a figure box, I think. And then the back has shots of Yamcha with the Cyberman and then a bunch of other product shots. So same kind of stuff we're used to for this line. So let's pull him out and take a closer look. All right, guys, here is Yamcha out of the packaging, and this is one that I've actually been waiting for quite a while. I know that he's maybe not the most fan-favorite character, but he is an original Z fighter, so it's finally time that we got him. I am even more excited to get Tien because he is one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters of all time. So this is the bridge to getting Tien, basically. So we got Yamcha first, and then we're going to get Tien with Chaozu in a month. Or in a couple weeks, maybe, something like that. So this guy, for the most part, is a really cool figure. I'm enjoying him. I think he looks really good. He looks very much like his anime counterpart. We've got some nice paint apps on him. We've got more shading than we're used to as of late, which is really nice. And then he just looks really cool, and he comes with a whole bunch of stuff. And we've got one really well done accessory. So let's take a look at articulation and sculpt and paint, do all that, and then we'll get into all the stuff he comes with. So it's standard Figuarts for the most part. We've got the head and neck that can swivel. He can look up and down and all around. He does have long hair, of course. It's Yamcha, so that will get in the way of some articulation, but at the same time, the hair at the base of the neck is ball jointed, so you can move it around a little bit to give you a little bit extra movement, help you kind of pose him just a little bit better. Arms can go all the way out, and then you can move the shoulder pieces of the outfit to cover that joint a little better. We've got bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and then ball jointed wrists. He can go all the way around, up and down. Get a little bit of a gap at the waist if you go too far back, but he hunches forward just a little bit and it looks decent enough. Legs can go out just about that far. They can kick all the way up. That's a damn high kick. And then he can go all the way back. Thigh cut, rotation. Double jointed knees go all the way back. That sculpt like locks right in place, which is really nice. And then we've got rotation, hinge, rocker, and a toe joint, as is the norm. So it's pretty standard stuff here. You're not really missing anything, so to speak, and you're not getting anything really extra except for the head. He does not have any kind of drop-down joint. I know that's something we see a lot in Figuarts from figure to figure, but it doesn't exist here. As far as the sculpt on Yamcha goes, it's a pretty basic Dragon Ball Z sculpt, just in his gi. But I think he looks really, really nice. All of the sculpted wrinkles are really well done. The crotch piece still gets a little busy, just with the joints and how they do it. So I don't particularly care for any of this usually. It's kind of messy, but at the same time, I'm kind of getting used to it to the point where it doesn't really bother me. But it is still a busy area in terms of just a lot of different overlapping pieces. The big thing for me, though, is the head sculpt, and I think he looks 100% like Yamcha. I couldn't be happier with how this head and this face turned out. I think he looks just exceptional, and it's really, really close to anime likeness, basically. When it comes to the paint on the figure, there's not tons. It's a DBZ Figuarts, so you're not usually going to get tons to begin with, but we do have scars all over his face, so we get that. We know he should have that. We've got the logos on the front of the shirt and on the back. Those are painted nicely. They're very clean and crisp. I don't have any issues with the line work there. But he does have paint shading on the gi itself. So you can see some going down the inner legs and the outer legs. It's on the chest and the sleeves. And then he's also got the pee stain going on. It's not nearly as bad as we've seen lately. So I think it's just more general shading there than what would normally be considered the pee stain, I guess. It doesn't look nearly as bad as a lot of the figures we've gotten recently. So overall, you know, the fact that we are getting some shading back into this is a great addition. It's not the way it used to be, but I don't think he has too little or too much either. Accessory-wise, we've got the normal kind of extra sets of hands and heads. So for hands, we have got a set of hands that have the index and middle finger kind of clawed a little bit for, you know, a fighting style pose. We've got an open palm set of hands for a blast, and then we've got a set of hands that are open but gripping style, although they're meant for kind of a charging pose. We've got 3 heads. One is a screaming head. We have got one where he's gritting his teeth, and then we've got another one that is very much a Yamcha style face with just kind of a gritting teeth but smirk look going on. And for one final accessory that this set comes with, we've got something that is kind of quintessential Yamcha. We have got a Cyberman included as well. So it's just a little minifigure. It's not ultra detailed, it's not super articulated either, but it is a good little set piece for maybe making a little diorama or have him setting up next to your Nappa and your regular Saiyan armor Vegeta. So he's got a little bit of shading in the lines on him and in kind of like the veins on the brain area, and then we've obviously got red paint on the face. He doesn't really have much articulation, like I said. The arms can move, and then the head can move side to side, but there's no leg articulation, and he's sculpted in such a way that he's slightly hunched over, and his left leg is forward a bit. So, you know, you can either have him in some sort of fighting pose with Yamcha, or, you know, just have him sitting on your shelf. But either way, I think this is a really cool inclusion, and it really increases the value for this set for me. The only real downside is that now I want more than one, and I don't know how in the hell I'm ever going to get another one of these. Overall, I think this set pretty well meets my expectations. I have long wanted the core Z Fighter cast, and we are finally getting them, even though I don't have the majority of those figures in my collection. I don't have a regular Goku. I don't have Krillin. So I'm going to get them at some point because we know a new Goku's coming, and I'm pretty sure a new Krillin is coming at some point as well. But this character is, you know, quintessential to DBZ, and I'm just really happy we finally got him, and they did him really well. I do like the sculpt on him. I like the face. I like the paint apps where we get it. And I like the included accessories, and the bonus Cyberman is, you know, how could you not want that? If he didn't have it, I wouldn't be nearly as excited about this set. It may not be that much in terms of its own toy, but it really elevates this as a package to me. So that is going to do it for this look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Yamcha figure from Bandai Tamashii Nations. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time, guys.